So the first game for this episode is Unusual Suspects.
Designed by Paolo Mori, artist is Alessandro Costa and Peter Wocken, and it was published by, there's 10 of them, and I didn't check before.
I think it's laying on the ground somewhere.
Who did this one that we played? Was it Cranio Creations? Does that sound familiar?
I'm not really sure. Eric, look for it on the ground somewhere. I'm going to talk about it.
Oh, it's Cool Mini or Not.
Oh, Cool Mini or Not. You're right.
Is it really?
You're right.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I had to zoom in on the box on the BGG page.
It's like Illidan popped out and was like, "You're not prepared." That's a World of Warcraft reference. Anyway, so Unusual Suspects. Basically, you play it as a team, and you can fail, but most of the time you're going to play it to see how fast you can solve the puzzle, essentially. One person's going to be the witness, and you're trying to help identify the suspect, but you can't really do anything. So the witness is the person who's not going to speak. You can't say anything. You can't make gestures or whatever. In the middle of the table, you're going to have a 3x4 grid, and you will have one card that will tell you, like, the person in slot 7 is the suspect. All these suspects are, or, people, it's just like a bust of them from their chest up, and it's artwork or whatever. And there's a massive amount of cards. There's at least probably 80 or something of these guys and girls or whatever. The rest of the team that's playing will have essentially a deck of question cards. They don't even get to pick them. They just flip the top one over, and it's going to ask a question. It might say, do they use public transportation? And the witness has to take one of the two cards he has. It's a check or an X. It's a yes or no, and places it right in front of it. Now, you can't say anything. You can't make any gestures or whatever. Obviously, maybe they might spend a lot of time thinking about it, and then that could be a clue. But other than that, that's pretty much all they're going to give you detail-wise on, cluing you off or whatever. That's not very good grammar, but you know what I'm saying. So they put a check or an X down, and then everybody else discusses it. And they have to at least flip one of the characters face down. If at any point it's ever the suspect, the game ends, the witness says you flipped over the actual suspect. Otherwise, they can flip down as many as they want, because each round, which is a question, for every guy that you flip over, it's that many times the round number. So if you flip over 3 in the first round, it's 3 times 1. It only costs you 3 time. Next round, if you flip over 2 more, it's 2 times round 2. So it's 4. And then at the end of the game, once you find the suspect, you add up all your time. The lowest points is better. So you're trying to, be as quick as investigators as possible. And that's pretty much the game. And then, so you either fail or you succeed on a certain round, and then you write down your score. Try to beat it from last time. There's a variant in the book where you can play 2 different teams. I guess you have the same setup and everything, and then one team stays out of the room. You solve the puzzle, they come in and solve their puzzle, and you see which team had the lower time.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah, I think that would be cool, like in a convention
or if you,
type thing.
You have a bigger group.
Yeah, or a big group, and 2 copies of the game or something.
Right, yeah, you would need 2 copies.
So anyway, Matt, let's start with you. What you think?
I enjoyed this. I guess warning for people that are going to play it is probably know your play group.
Mm-hmm.
And if they can handle offensive humor, you can play this game without it.
Or touchy subjects.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think it gets incorporated whether you like it or not.
Yeah, that's true. And
that's true, because it's like, do they use public transportation? And you're like immediately looking for people who either look poor or maybe look like they kind of live in the city.
Right.
Yeah, and so, but like some people could think, I don't know. I guess if you're too...
And sometimes it might not even be yourself. You just need to know how everyone else thinks.
Yeah.
So, I mean...
Well, you really need to know how the witness thinks. Because it doesn't matter what you think. It's like, if Eric's the witness, it's like, how is Eric perceiving this question and the people on the board?
Exactly.
Right, but he could go the other way. He might not think that way.
That's true.
And he might just think that, well, I think everybody thinks this way, and I think they'll understand better if I say this.
That's fair. That's fair.
So it is kind of both ways. I do like the points. It's not just we solved it we didn't. It does kind of give you incentive to do a little bit better each round.
Right.
Agreed.
You know,
Kind of push your luck almost as well.
yeah, exactly. So, you know, it is a very basic game. It doesn't take long to play. I think we played, 12 rounds?
I think we played quite a bit. Right.
I think we played it 9 times in a row.
Yeah.
Was it only 9? I thought we went around everyone twice. And there was 5 of us, wasn't there? Yeah, 5 of us. So probably 10.
I don't think everybody was it.
Everybody
twice.
wasn't it twice.
I don't
Okay,
think
so
We played it 8 times.
8 times.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought we went around twice with everybody.
Which, I mean, each game is not that long. Each game
Right.
could literally be 5 minutes. If
It
you
could be
fail in
like
the first
2
round,
minutes.
Yes, they
or
could.
2 minutes.
Yeah.
Could be over really quick.
Yeah, or it could actually be 15, 20. But I mean, that's kind of like when you finish it.
Yeah, it's a good thing and a bad thing as well. It makes each game well, we're already done.
Right.
Yeah.
If they could have incorporated it into more of a longer game, I think I would have liked it a little bit better. But for what it is, it wasn't too bad.
Well, one of the notes I wrote down it would be cool if it included, all it need is like another, enough cards to equal the amount of guys out, but a 4x5 grid, or like if, just increase the grid size more. Because the way that you pick the suspect right now is literally a 3x4, and on that little card, it has a 3x4 grid, and it's labeled 1 to, 12 or whatever. So if they had bigger cards, it wouldn't have been that many more components to add into the game. You know what I mean?
Right.
Then you could play a larger game of it. I guess you can mock those up really easy. I mean, what if you made it a 5x5? You need 25 cards.
That or expansion. If they want to expand upon this, I don't know
Right.
if it warrants it or not, but I mean, if they wanted to.
Yeah. You flip over a card, and then you actually could have an expansion that you put a card next to each guy, and it tells you their hobbies or whatever, or where they work or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, well, he looks like he doesn't have any money, but he works at Microsoft, so that'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Look, we just did the work for him.
Give them somewhat of a background.
Yeah, or a background. I mean, it had to be like real light, like 1 or 2 words.
Oh, yes.
Because you got a ton of cards out there, but that'd be kind of neat. It'd also be fun if, I mean, it would totally change the way the game's played. You couldn't just do this.
Right.
But it would have been neat if the team had a way to choose which question card to pick. Like if they had they had like 3 cards at a time. It's like, let's ask this one next.
It's more of a guess who. Like this is kind of adult guess who.
Yeah.
You turn into more of a guess who. He's like, okay, we get to ask you questions,
Well, and I'm not saying like that, but I'm like, right now you flip over the top card of the question
And
deck.
you have to go with it.
But if instead, like maybe you're playing 5 players and all the players had a question card, or maybe all the players had like 2 question cards, and that's all your questions, like which one should we ask next kind of deal. But it might make the game too easy too.
Right. It's like this I don't think is gonna help us much. We'll pick this other one.
Yeah. So I don't know. I liked it. It's definitely a fun 20-minute game.
Right. If you're looking for a party game, you want some laughs. You have people that are not easily offended. Yeah, I'll pull this out.
Yeah, for sure. We actually one of the groups I'm on in Facebook, they were playing this. So, but this was before we played it, so I was like, man, I don't feel like we're reading the rules and stuff, and then which was funny because the rules aren't really that long. So if I just went and looked at them, I would have been like, oh, I'll read it and just play with them. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, pretty cool.
I will add that I don't know that's it's a kid friendly game. You teach your kids a lot of stereotypes and whatnot.
Yeah. It basically is stereotype the board game.
Yeah.
I mean, because that's all you can do is profile people based on stereotypes.
Yeah, what they look like, and
so what else are you supposed to do? Oh no, I know that guy. He's cool.
Yeah.
You don't know anything about it.
It's definitely taking the easiest route to identify.
Yes, but you have no other information, so you're literally going off of stereotypes in today's culture.
Yeah, what they look like, what they're wearing, or
no, it's totally a
how they look.
prejudgment kind of feel.
But I mean, what are cops supposed to do? Or what are cops supposed to do in that situation when they investigate? I mean, they get to interrogate and ask questions, and they got backgrounds, and they know where they work.
Right.
But look at most serial killers. Just because you have all those stats doesn't mean you know who they are. So fun game though. Really fun game. I like it.
Yeah.
Any final thoughts?
No, it was good.
Yeah.
Cool. That is Unusual Suspects.